Yo, what is up, guys? Coach of Tech here. So today we're going to review the Bose Home Speaker 500. Let's get to it. Video of the speaker. I'm going to throw a card up there, guys. But now let's get to the video. All right, so now this is Bose's new HIFI / Bluetooth speaker. It just hit the market not too long ago, I believe like a week ago. Now it retails for $400, guys. Now that's a hefty price for a speaker in this caliber. Now I'll go into why a bit later, but quickly let's just go over the specs first. Like I mentioned, it's Bluetooth. It also supports Wi-Fi as well. It's a hi-fi speaker. Now quickly, just on top, we have two volume indicators. We have plus, minus, and play pause button. Of course, we have our Bluetooth. We have our auxiliary. And of course, if you have her enabled, you know, we have our Alexa on and off button, as you can see. And then we have different presets, 1 through 6 presets. And then in the back, quickly, we have auxiliary and micro USB port. Whew! All right, that's out of the way. All right, now let's talk about the speaker. And of course, you have this LED display in the front, which honestly is just pointless. I would just have to say, because if this speaker, let's say, if it's 10 to 20 feet away from you, you're really not going to see anything on the display. It's good for a clock, though. But now let's just quickly talk about the speaker. As I mentioned, it is $400, guys. It's a hefty price. I believe there are speakers a bit better out in the market right now to basically compare with the speaker. The first speaker I would mention is the Google Home Max. That thing is absolutely beast. And I believe it's in the same price of $400. Now it's probably around $350. Now, quickly, you know, the design quality, I would have to say this is probably the best speaker quality design-wise. It's all aluminum, it's brushed aluminum. It looks absolutely amazing. Now, of course, in the bottom, we have two firing woofers that basically fire out. So what Bose is trying to go with, it's to that, what Apple essentially was trying to do, well, actually did do, but that speaker, the HomePod Basura speaker, basically, they just try to basically have the sound all around. It does give you that immersion sound. I mean, this thing does pack a punch with the bass, and of course with the app, we'll go into that in a second. It does pack a punch, but like I mentioned, I mean, for $400, you know, it's something we'll later discuss in detail about the speaker. But quickly, what I want to just say is, I want to get into the app review. I want to play some music, and you know, slowly we're going to try to make that decision for you. At the end of the day, you guys are spending the money. For you, is this speaker worth the price? Now, of course, with the integration of Alexa, it's like with Sonos speakers, you know, Alexa is integrated here, but you know, she does her usual Alexa stuff, play the weather, yada yada. So for instance, let's like, all right, Alexa, what's the weather? Alexa, what's the weather?
In New York, there's a flash flood watch in effect Friday, September 28th from 4 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Stop. All right, so of course you have the Alexa integrated. You know, you could do a bunch of things with this Alexa. One little complaint I have is when I say Alexa, I don't get the actual little feedback sound like I do with my Sonos speaker. That's minor gripe. That's probably a software update. Also, one little minor gripe I have with the smart enabled speaker is when you blast the volume all the way up and when you shout her name, the feedback is not there. She doesn't hear you, so you have to constantly yell at her. You know, you have to literally yell for her just to understand something. You know, I don't want to get deep into that now, but I'm cracking myself up here, guys. But yeah, that's the problem with these AIs. As the software constantly progresses, eventually get better and better and better. But as I've noticed, I constantly have to sometimes yell Alexa for her just to start recognizing what I want to do. As you guys saw, I yelled her twice. She didn't give me a feedback. But that's enough said about Alexa. Now quickly, let's just jump into the app. Let me do a quick little walkthrough of what you could do with the app, and then we'll play some music. And at the end of the day, I have a lot to say about the minor issues I have with this speaker. with the audio quality, but let's dive into that, guys. Let's go. All right, of course, first when you buy the speaker, you have to download the app. Now the correct app is Bose Music. That's the app you have to download. Now this is basically the interface of the app. Now these are the preset controls. So here I have basically I set some quick presets from my Spotify, today's top hits, and of course up to 6 presets you can install. It's pretty simple, just hold them and it will install in that sense. Now quickly, this is just for you. This is basically my, the music just for me apparently. Pretty simple. Of course, we have Amazon Music. Again, different playlists, popular, yada, 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 simple stuff like that. Then we have Spotify. You could play a bunch of Spotify music. And, the gripe I have with Bose is I think you're only limited to 7 apps where, again, this is not a comparison to Sonos, but I have a lot of Sonos speakers. Sonos, I believe, has like 60 apps that you could, music services that you could download. 7 compared to like 60, or 5, whatever. But I know Sonos has a bunch. But yeah, again, you're limited to this many music apps. But yeah, you have Spotify, of course, TuneIn, and then you have Bluetooth. I am Bluetooth enabled right now. Very simple to connect, and we have auxiliary. It even shows you, which is pretty cool. Now let's dive into. Actually, this is where Bose got it right, and I'm really happy for this sense. Let's dive into the speaker itself. Now, of course, we have standby mode, the settings, and then the adjustments. Now the settings are pretty simple. We have voice assist, display support, common questions, text support. But this is really what I want to show you guys. I don't know where to go back, the adjustments. Now, this is fantastic. Now, I did a bunch of Bose videos. I'll throw some cards up there. I had a substantial gripe with their app because it didn't let you increase the bass nor the treble. I believe the max it lets you increase is 0. And then I had a bunch of Bose fanboys, a bunch of trolls telling me, that's like the optimal sound, dude. No, man, no, it's not the optimal sound, dude. Because as a consumer, it's going to be the optimal sound for me. Now, what Bose or Sonos, any manufacturer is telling me, I want it to be loud and obnoxious because I just enjoy it. I want the bass, I want the treble. But anyways, you could basically max it out. And what's even better is you could actually go in the negative. So you could put your bass to negative 100, negative 40. So that it gives you that complete customization in a sense of you could do anything to what you want. I mean, I like my bass, I like my treble all the way out to the max. That's just the way I enjoy to listen to music. Now, what do I listen to? I listen to, rock, metal rock, house, hip hop, what I would listen to. But that's the music I enjoy. Now, the problem is that I've noticed with this speaker is when you have the bass and treble turned up all the way to the max, and when you have the music playing all the way to the max, I feel like it gets a bit distorted, and I feel that the audio is not as loud. I feel like they have maybe a chip or some sort of interface where it prevents you from blowing out the speaker. Maybe those are just my ears, but when I play it all the way to the max, treble, bass turned the way up, the volume is turned all the way up, I feel that it sounds a bit like it's not going all the way to the max. It's like preventing the sound to actually be more louder and more bass heavy. I feel like they installed maybe something that to prevent you. Maybe the software prevents you to basically just let the speaker just actually go all out. I don't know. Those are my ears. But when you have it enabled to, I would say like 80% or 70% or 60%, I feel it becomes a bit better. So that's minor gripe I have with the audio, that when you put it all the way to the max, it doesn't sound like it doesn't go all the way out. I just feel that way. But overall, I would say it sounds fantastic. In my impressions, I was blown away. The audio for it is just, it sounds really, really good. But like I said, it doesn't, when you put everything to the max, it just doesn't sound as good as I want it to be. Now, let's just quickly play a song. Now, of course, guys, you don't want to get hit with copyright. I don't want to get hit with copyright strikes, so I'll play, songs that I'm allowed to play. And of course, you're going to see the LED display here. It's going to tell you that I'm enabled with Bluetooth. And basically, it's, when you're playing anything, any music, it's going to tell you the artist and whatnot. Again, I really don't care about this feature. Now, I wish on the top, if they made a touchscreen display, that would be, wow, amazing. But let's quickly play some music. Let me demonstrate it to you guys. sounds, honestly, guys, it sounds great. It's no, it's if the bass, man, the bass is good. The bass is good, but the Google Home Max, that speaker's bass, when it's turned up, my God, that bass is insane. The only reason why I'm saying that is because I'm kind of comparing the speaker to that speaker because the features are a bit the same, but that speaker had more woofers, and my God, the bass is insane. But of course, it doesn't look anywhere close to what this speaker looks like. I mean, this speaker is absolutely beautiful, but it has that, heavy price tag for a very small minimalistic speaker, $400. But the cool thing is, you could also make this speaker, your audio source for a TV. So if you have a Bluetooth enabled TV or a Bluetooth product like Amazon Fire Stick, you could connect it, and then whatever audio is coming out from the TV, you could connect it to this speaker. So in that sense, it gives you all those features. It sounds good until you put it all the way to the max, and I feel that it gets kind of distorted. Now, would I recommend this for $400? Unfortunately, I would have to say not for that price. I probably think the more optimal spot for this speaker is around the $300 mark. Now, for the $300 mark, it would be honestly perfect. But for $400, guys, I'll honestly tell for $400, I'll probably tell you add $100 more and buy Play 5 because it's going to sound much more better than this guy. But overall, it still sounds, it's a really good sounding speaker. But for the price, and especially when you turn up the volume, for my ears, it kind of gets distorted a bit in the sound. So I'll let you guys decide, throw some comments below. Tell me if you guys are going to spend the money of $400. I mean, if you guys want the Alexa, if you guys want the Bluetooth, it's cool to pair it to your TV or when you're watching YouTube and the audio sound is going to come out from this. But I mean, there's a lot of Bluetooth hi-fi speakers that have Bluetooth enabled, and you could save much more money than spending it on this guy. Now, guys, I hope I answered most of your questions. If you have more comments, questions, whatever, throw them below. That's that, guys. I'm Kosher Tech, and I'm going to catch you next time.